Wickedly whiskered William Warren whittle wonders with withering wood while warring with wild whirling wind.
Show off! Show off!
Pompey, awesome. You're awesome. Right, great job. Group hug. All right. Excellent. That's it for the Times Square readers. That was fun. All right, what are we doing next? Okay. You guys want to see some more movies? This is a really good one.
A modest proposal, Jellyfolk version, Violet Forest, for preventing the children of Jellyfolk in Jellyland from being a burden to their parents or country, and for making them beneficial to the public. 'Twas 80 years ago, or more, that we pioneering patriots first landed on the slippery shores of Jellyland. Our colonization of these gelatinous peoples was not without its trials, but ultimately, our bold endeavor was considered a great success. The Jellyfolk were liberated from their archaic practices, freed from the tyranny of free will, and assimilated into civilized society with only the merest mutterings of genocide. However, recent times have delivered great hardship to our near and dear neighbors. Many a time have I slid along the slippery streets of Jellyland and seen female jellies begging for alms, with a litter of little jelly babies huddled around them, near translucent with hunger. This juvenile jelly generation faces a bleak future, while their mothers must demean themselves to the level of beggars just to feed the growing jelly tots. It is a travesty, and one that must end. Forthwith, I have a proposal. And luckily, with a little paternal pragmatism, these poor paupers can be lifted out of their impoverishment and into the thriving throngs of the working class. I have been told that a young jelly baby is at its tenderest around the age of 1, just before it matures into a jelly tot. So, this is when I suggest we harvest the tasty treats. The juicy morsels will provide much-needed nourishment for their kin, and no longer burden their beleaguered mothers. A most simple solution to a most dire problem. My calculations suggest that if we were even to reassign half the jelly babies for nutritional purposes, then the problem of this fruity famine would be solved. This new food stuff would not only be freely available, but profoundly flexible. Put it in a trifle, have it with ice cream, or simply tuck straight into a chewy head all in. The poor, hopeless jelly tots will be released from the futility of their futures, their mothers fed, and the sweet teeth of the wobbly wealthy satiated, affordably and efficiently. I hope that you will take seriously my suggestion, which, I pledge, is not made in the hope of any benefit to myself personally, but with the well-being of our wibbly-wobbly brothers and sisters at its heart.
I enjoyed that.
What? You looked at me. Why'd you look at me? What do you mean? You looked at me, I didn't look at you. Oh, yeah, so today I was in the restroom and because I took a piss, you know. Oh, okay. Right when I'm about to pee, the scientist starts playing in my head. The scientist? What's a scientist? You know, the scientist, the Coldplay song. Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us. Oh, that's just great. So how's your movie going? It's not going too well.
This is the saddest, most depressing music I've ever heard. me so happy. Give me all the flickering lights, tiny specks of fluttering rays and city glitters shimmering but only from far away. I want them all, it's an addiction. I want the Christmas lights buried in snow and the blips in science fiction films from years ago. Give me all the night skies twinkling sprinkles and the red passing eyes on TVs that stand by, fading, flirting in and out like a game of cat and mouse. Bits of foil in the distance, blowing kisses from the sun to me and showing no resistance to the photons that consistently pass notes on from one lover to the other, like Cupid's tiny brothers. Give me all the flickering lights. Light every candle and wave every phone. Glinting and bleeping and imprinting glowing circuses that linger while I'm sleeping. An orchestra of weeping light, swan singing like star-crossed choirs who play themselves to me all night.
I want to do a bit now where that's actually a bit of a work in progress. We're still, because a lot of that footage is sort of public domain footage, which we technically have the right to use. But I think it'd be so much cooler if we kind of had more of our own footage of flickering lights. So what I want to do is kill all the lights in here. And if you guys have any cameras, phones, flashlights, I don't know what the hell you have, but I just want to get a whole bunch of lights. Yeah. Huh? Oh, thanks. Wow, holy shit. Yeah, that's good. Getting good records of this because this is fucking amazing.